Welcome to VLearn's online class of MCS 023. In today's session, we will discuss about the file organization in DBMS. In file organization, we will discuss the introduction about the file organization, the physical database design issues, the storage of databases on hard disk, file organization and different types of file organization, types of indexes, and multi-key file organization. Now, first of all, what is database? Database is basically used to store the information in an organized format. Normally, the principal operations that we can perform with the database are creation of data, retrieve the data, modify the data, and deleting some information which are sure is no longer useful or valid. And relational tables is a good mechanism for doing or for performing all the above tasks, that is creation of data, retrieving data, modifying data, and deleted some information from the database. Now, physical database design issues. The data can be physically or logically implemented. The basic issues in the physical database design are: the purpose of physical database design is to translate the logical description of data into the technical specifications for storing and retrieving data in the database, and the goal is to create a design for storing the data that will provide adequate performance and which ensures the database integrity, provides security and recoverability. The basic inputs required for the physical database design means if you want to physically design a database, then the basic inputs that are required are normalized relations, attributes, or you can say fields, data usage, that is entered, retrieved, deleted and updated data, requirements for security, backup, recovery, integrity, database management system characteristics, and the performance criteria such as the response time requirements with respect to the volume estimates. However, for such data, some of the physical database design decisions that are to be taken are optimizing the distributed data types, modifying the logical designs, choosing the indexes, and specifying the file organizations. Now, design of physical database file. Physical file is a file that is stored on the disk, and the main issues that are related to a physical files are to construct a link, two pieces of data, the sequential storage, pointers, file organization, that is how the files are arranged on the disk, and accessing methods means how we can access the data from the, how we can retrieve the data from the file. Means the basic issues relating to the design of the physical database files are: construct the link of two pieces of data, that is sequential storage and pointers, file organization, and accessing methods. Now, storage of database on hard disk. Mostly the databases are stored on the magnetic disk because of some of the reasons. The databases being very large may not fit completely in the main memory, and storing the data permanently using the non-volatile storage and provide access to the user with the help of front-end applications. And primary storage is considered to be very expensive, and in order to cut short the cost of the storage per unit of data to substantially less. It means the basic reasons for using the hard disk or using the secondary disk for storing the databases are to cut the cost, because the primary storage is very expensive, the size of the database is very large, so it cannot completely fit in the main memory, and to store the data permanently in the non-volatile device. Then we already know that the hard drive is usually composed of the set of disk platter, and each disk platter has layer of magnetic material deposited on its surface, and the entire disk can contain a large amount of data which is organized into smaller packages called blocks, and a block is the smallest unit of data transfer between the hard disk and the processor of the computer. Now, the factors of file organization. First of all, before discussing about the factors, we will discuss about the file organization. File organization is used to determine an efficient organization for each base relation. For example, if we want to retrieve student records in alphabetical order of name, then sorting the file by student name is good file organization. However, if we want to retrieve all the students whose marks is in a certain range, then file ordered by the student name would not be a good file organization. Some file organizations are efficient for bulk loading data into a database, but are inefficient for retrieving and performing the other activities. And the objective of this selection is to choose an optimal file organization for each relation. And selection of file organization depends on two factors, that is, typical DBMS applications need a small subset of a database at any given time, and a memory for processing and re-return to disk if the data was modified. Now, in order to make the effective selection of file organization and indexes, the file organization is divided into different categories, that are heap files, or we can also say unordered files, hash files, index sequential access method file organization, and B+tree file organization, and cluster file organization. First is heap files or unordered files. An unordered files, also called heap file, is the simplest type of file. Records are placed in the file in the same order as they are inserted, and a new record is inserted in the last page of the file if there is insufficient space in the last page, then a new page is added to a file. This makes insertion very efficient. However, a heap file has no particular ordering with respect to field values. A linear search must be performed to access a record from a heap file. A linear search involves reading pages from the file until the required entry is found, and this makes retrieval from heap files that have more than few pages relatively slow unless the retrieval involves a large proportion of the records in the file. Similarly, if you want to delete a record, the required first page has to be retrieved, the record marked as deleted, and the page written back to the disk, and the space with deleted record is not reused. Consequently, performance progressively deteriorates as deletion occurs. He file is one of the best organizations for bulk loading data into a table. As records are inserted at the end of the sequence, there is no overhead for calculating what page the record should go on. Now, what are the advantages of heap file? First of all, this is very simple for a file organization method. Insertion is somewhat efficient, good for bulk loading data into a table, and best if file scans are common or insertions are frequent. It is a good storage structure when the data is being bulk loaded into a relation. The relation is only a few pages long, and when every tuple in relation has to be retrieved every time the relation is accessed. For example, retrieve the name of all the students every time. But there are some drawbacks of heap files also. Heap files are inappropriate when only selected tuples of a relation are to be accessed, because it requires a linear search and is inefficient, and deletion can result in unused space and need for reorganization. Next is sequential file organization. In sequential file organization, records are sequenced or records are maintained in a logical sequence of its primary key value. Sequential files are insufficient for random access. However, these are suitable for sequential access. Sequential files can be stored on devices like magnetic tape because they allow the sequential access of data. Updating a sequential file usually creates a new file so that the record sequence on a primary key is maintained. Whenever we update any data, then our sequential file usually create a new file so that the record sequence of primary key should be maintained. And addition in the sequential files are also handled in the similar manner as update. Now, what are the advantages of sequential file organization? First advantage is it is very fast and efficient when dealing with large volume of data that needs to be processed periodically, for example in batch system. Disadvantages, there are some disadvantages of sequential file also, because it requires that all new transactions be sorted into proper sequence for sequential access. Whenever any new transaction are performed, they are to be sorted into proper sequence. Then locating, storing, modifying, deleting, adding records in a file requires rearranging the file. This method is too slow to handle the applications requiring immediate updating and response. After the sequential files, next are index sequential or file organization, in which the data is organized into records which are composed of fixed length field, and records are stored sequentially. It organizes files like a large dictionary, that is, records are stored in order of key, but an index is kept which is also permits a type of direct access. It means it combines the features of both sequential file as well as direct access file. The retrieval of a record from sequential file on average requires access to the half of the records in a file, and making such inquiry is not only efficient but very time consuming for large files. And the sequential file that is indexed on its primary key is also called index sequential file. The index sequential file allows the DBMS to locate particular records in a file more quickly and thereby speed response to the user queries. In case of index sequential files or index sequential access method, a secondary set of indexes contains pointer to the table, allowing individual records to be retrieved without having to search the entire data sets. Index sequential file organization is more versatile storage structure, and it provides better when retrieval are based on the exact key match, pattern matching, range of values and part key specification. However, the index is static, created when the file is created. Thus, the performance of index sequential file organization depends as the relation is updated, or the performance degrades as the relation is updated. Next type of file organization is hashed file organization. It is most common form of purely random access to file or database in which records are not stored sequentially in file. Instead, a hash function is used to calculate the address of the page in which the record are to be stored. It means we can also say direct access file in which hash function is used to find out the address of the page in which the records are to be stored. The field on which hash function is calculated is called hash field, and if that field act as a key of the relation, then it is also called hash key. The records are randomly distributed in the file, so it is also called as random or direct files. Now, there are some advantages of using the hash file organization. The advantages are, it is a good storage structure when tuples are retrieved based on the exact match on the hash key value, and particularly if the access record is random. For example, if the student relation is hashed on name, then the retrieval of tuple with name equal to ABC is efficient. It means insertion or searching on hash key is fast, and it is best if quality search is needed on hash. Now, there are some disadvantages of hash file organization. It is not good storage structure if the tuples are retrieved based on the range of the values for the hash field. For example, if we want to retrieve all students whose name begins with R, then it is not efficient. It suffers from disk space overhead. The range search is very slow in case of hash file organization. Next is type of indexes. One of the terms used with the file organization is the term index. We find the index of keyword at the end of each book, and this was the index is a list, sorted list of the keywords or page numbers where the keywords can be found. In database also, index is defined in a similar way, that is index value and address pair. And the basic advantage of having index, having sorted index pages at the end of the book is that we can locate a desired keyword in the book easily, and we can have, or we could have used a topic and subtopic listed in the table of contents, but it is not necessary that the given keyword can be found there. Also, they are not in any sorted sequence. If we talk the use of index in the database, then a database index allows fast search on the index value in the database record. It will be difficult to locate an attribute value in a large database if the index on that value is not provided. And in such a case, the value to be searched, it will be very difficult to locate an attribute value in a large database, and if the index is not provided, then the value to be searched record by record in the entire database, which is very time consuming process. An index contains a pair which consists of index value and a pointer, you can see address. You can see in this example also there are many types of indexes, and the indexes can be categorized into primary index, secondary index, clustering index, multi-level, single level, sphere index and dense indexed. First of all, we will discuss about primary index. Primary index is one which is defined on the attribute in order of which the file is stored. The field is called the ordering field, and the primary index can be on primary key of a field. It means if an index is an attribute other than candidate key fields, then several records may be related to one ordering field value. This is called cluster index. Now, in the primary index, a file is called an index that contains a sorted sequence of records having two columns, that is ordering key field and the block address for that key field in the data file. The ordering key field in this index can be the primary key of the data file. The primary index basically contains one index entry for each value of the ordering key field. An entry in the primary index file contains the index value of the first record of the data block and pointer to that particular data block. Now, let's discuss the primary index with the help of one example. Let's assume a student database is given in this example, and assumes that one block stores only 4 student record, that is one block store only 4 student record, and the primary index on this file, if we want to create a primary index on this file, it will be the ordering field, that is enrollment number, and the primary index file would be which contain the primary index value, that will be 2109348, and the block pointer means the primary index contain the first value, that is 2109348 plus block pointer to this block. Then next one contains 2109353 and a pointer to second block. Next entry will contain 2238412 and a pointer to third block. In this way, an index entry is defined as an attribute value and pointer to block where that record is stored, and the pointer physically is represented as a binary address of that. And the number of entries in the primary index file is the same as the number of disk block in the ordered data file. Now, if we see an example, an ordered student file in which ordering field is enrollment number, if it has 20,000 records stored on a disk having block size 1K, it means the size of one block is 1K, and assume that each student record is of 100 bytes, and it means one record is of 100 bytes and the size of one block is 1K, and the ordering field is of 8 bytes. This is the ordering field, it is of 8 bytes, and the block pointer is also of 8 byte, and the pointer which points to this block is also of 8 byte. Then if we have to find out that how many block accesses on average may be saved on using primary index, then we can find out the number of indexes without using the primary index, that is number of record in a file, that is 20,000, block size, that is 1k, it means 1024 bytes, record size, that is 100 byte, number of records per block, that is 1k divided by 100, that is 10, and number of disk block, that is total number of records, and number of per block is equal to 2000. Assuming a block level binary search, it would require total log to 2000, means about 11 block accesses. And number of accesses with primary index, if we use the primary index, these are the number of accesses without primary index, and if we want to access find out the number of accesses with primary index, then the first of all the size of index entry is 8 plus 8, that is 16 byte, because 8 byte is for ordering field and 8 byte is for block pointer. Number of index entries that can be stored per block, that is integer value 1024, because one block size is 1k, it means 1024 divided by 16, that is size of index entry, which is equal to 64. Number of index entries, that is 2000, is equal to, which is equal number of disk block, number of index block, which is equal to ceiling of number of disk entries divided by 64, and number of index block transfers to find out the value in the index block is log 232, that is equal to 5. Next is clustering indexes. If we talk about the clustering indexes, then if an index is an attribute other than the candidate field, then several records may be related to one ordering field value, and this is called clustering index. It may be a good idea to keep the records for the students in the order of the program that have registered, as most of the data file accesses may require student data for particular program only. Now, a clustering index is an ordered file having the clustering index value and the block pointer to the first block where the clustering field value first appears. Means in case of primary index, we see that the primary index contains two entries, that is an entry contains the first record of data block and the pointer to that data block, and in case of cluster index, it contains a pointer to the first block and having the clustering and an entry having the clustering index value. Clustering index is also a sparse index, and the size of clustering index is smaller than primary index as far as number of entries is concerned. You can see the clustering index here. The clustering index is an ordered file having the cluster index value and a block pointer to the first block, where that cluster field value first appears. In this example, you can see page number 24, there are two entries, that is key and page pointer. It will point to page number 14 again. And at this entry, it again contains more than one entry, that is page number 14 is a page pointer. At this page pointer, it contains further 3 entries which points to another 3 pages. Similarly, at the page pointer 15, there are further 3 more entries which points to 3 different entries in case of cluster index. This is all about the primary index and cluster index.